What's poppin', y'all? It's Bando, back at it with another video. Today we're playing Subnautica. It's a little bit of change of pace from what we normally play here on the channel, but it's still ever so fun. So, today's going to be sort of a gameplay video, if that makes sense. Anyways, I shall let this play, and then, yeah, gotta kind of watch. And whoop, there goes the fire extinguisher. Oop, there goes some plating. That's probably important. Bing, bang, bong, ding, ding, dong. Oh, and that's what happens when you don't screw things on properly. Alright, let's get into this. So, as you see, we kind of have a little bit of a fire. You know, just do the button. There we go. So, as you see, we kind of got a little bit of fire going, and, you know, that's not a good thing, if I'm correct. So, this should do it. Right, now that that's over and I want to start, like, freaking around because I want to sound cool. Hi, welcome back to the video. Like I was saying, this is Subnautica. That was great. That was wonderful. Did you hear that? It said, oh, Tara. Anyways.
Head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome.
Look, oops. Look, I'm going to level with you, robot. I've had that for a long time now. There we go. So, let's see what we start off with. Some food, some water. Also, yes, this isn't my first time playing, if you could tell by now. Anyways, so today's video topics, while I play this, is going to be mostly about my first week of school. So, yeah, school started, and like I said in previous videos, I was not ready at all. So, first day on 5 a.m., I had to walk the new dog. Ooh, giant quality. And while walking the dog, I was already just kind of falling asleep in the grass. Dog's over here peeing, I'm just in the grass. So that was kind of interesting. The next thing I realized is, when I finally got into the school, you know, I got out of the traffic and I was in the school finally, what I realized is, none of the people I normally would talk to are at school this time. It's just a bunch of randos I don't know. So, I showed up to my first class, and, you know, we have these Chromebooks, right? It's, you know, very fancy stuff, not really, you know, it's just computer. And, you know, seeing with COVID, they couldn't do an open house, so we got the Chromebooks when we got to the school that day. And the first day, we need our Chromebooks, right? Well, you would think the library who holds on to these Chromebooks, you know, would make sure they're charged when we come in that day, so we'd be able to use them. They didn't. They literally were completely dead. So, start of my first period was a great time to show my teacher what I'm like by not having a Chromebook that was charged. It was glorious, my friends. There goes my headset. Anyway, so, yeah, after that existed, I decided to charge the Chromebook in the classroom while I did my work. Ooh, creature. Anyways, seeing that I've been home because of COVID, and most of my time's been spent recording or playing video games, I've just lost the tolerance for children. So I'm over here charging my Chromebook and I'm just kind of doing my work. Kids, they just screamed, explosive boy, explosive boy, explosive boy, oh. Ooh, so, see, there are these cave creatures that I don't actually know the names to, but basically, they come out of these little things that have cave sulfur, and they just try to kill you and explode. But yeah, so anyways, while I'm charging my Chromebook and actually, you know, trying to learn, all I hear is these kids yelling to the top of their lungs, man. It was, so, I've learned that I need to get some more patience for all of this. Oh no, another explosive boy, another explosive boy. See, and if they explode and you just kind of take damage, it's kind of, yeah. Anyways, so, I just learned that I need to get a lot more patience for these kids, because not a lot of them are mature, if that makes any sense, and I know one of them are going to end up watching this video in the future when I'm cool and famous. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Anyways, yeah, they're gonna watch this anatomy, but yes, you're immature, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but yeah. So basic. I'm gonna drop. I think I died. Hold on. Yeah, I died. Anyway, so basically, I'm just gonna have to get used to these immature children again. And yeah, so my first class is chemistry, just to give you a little bit of heads up. And what I've noticed is chemistry isn't what I expected. You know, when you think of chemistry, you think of the pouring, the liquid, all the liquids you gotta pour, and all that stuff, and it makes explosions and smoke and whoa, evil scientist type vibe. It isn't. It's just a lot of math, on a lot of different elements and stuff, and I'm like, that's not. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. Is that my stuff just floating about? It is. So chemistry is just a lot different from what I had my plans and hopes set for. So after that class, I leave and I go to my math class, and I have one of those substitutes. You know, it's a substitute because the teacher just decides that he's just not going to show up. Don't know why. Yeah. So I get a substitute, and we call her the cat lady because she has like 60, 70 cats. Self-explanatory is in the name. So cat lady here always likes to give out candy, and these kids, and she gives it for kids that like will take the attendance up to the office and all that stuff, and you know all the kids want it. So these two kids both got called on because she, you know, said whoever gets to me first because they both said at the same time. Well, when she said whoever gets to me first, that was a big mistake. Explosive. Boom. That was the biggest. There's two of them? Oh. Okay, so, like I was saying, when she said the words, whoever gets to me first, that was the biggest mistake she could have ever made. Because these two children, full speed, booking out of their chairs to go, you know, get the thing. Which, midway through, where'd the fish go? Midway through, these kids just come completely out and just tackle each other. And they're just both on the floor, wrestling for the booklet to take for a thing of candy. And see, it's not like we're going for a full-size Hershey Kit Kat king-size bar out here. No. We're going for, like, what are those, like, small, like, sour candies? You know, the ones that nobody really wants, but, you know, they'll eat. It's not like the most fancy candy, but you know, you do what you do. You're on a teacher's salary. I mean, yeah. So basically, that happened. So then I leave and I go to my lunch block. Lunch, yeah, it's lunch. You know, I like I said, I don't talk to really anyone in there. Ooh, see, this will come in handy much later because we can make a tiny summary. So yeah, lunch. It's lunch. You know, like I said, I don't have anyone I talk to really. So you know, I'm just hanging out on my own. Thank you for interrupting me, Cortana. Anyways, basically, yeah, so I don't talk to anyone at lunch, so lunch is lunch. But seeing that we have COVID now, they're having to split up how many lunches there are. Normally there's 4 lunches. But because of this whole coronavirus, they've had to make it 5. And because of that, our third block runs through lunch, right? Making my third block 2 hours long. And see, my third block's band, and I know I said I do band by choice, but 2 hours of band, it's a bit much, if you're asking me. I like, it's a bit much having to sit in there and hit the notes for that long, you know? And then plus on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we have, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have just practice which lasts that long. So in total, some days I'm up to like 4 or 5 hours of practice. So, you know, that's just, it's a bit much. Anyway, so after band, I go into my 4th block, which is literature this semester. And the teacher, he's a younger guy. He has to be the most amazing teacher ever. He basically is just Jim Carrey. He sounds like Jim Carrey and looks like this young, I don't know how to put it, sportsy teacher. Anyway, so he comes in, and we're all just sitting there, and one of the kids decide to just, you know, say, you look like Jim Carrey, or act like Jim Carrey. And because of this, he just does the full-on Jim Carrey voice. And it was the most amazing thing ever. So if you're watching this, teacher, I don't know how you'd find my YouTube channel. Yeah, you'll probably figure it out by the sound of my voice and the fact that I'm probably the one telling you this. But yeah, you're my favorite, mate. So thanks for teaching me. Anyways, so today, seeing that this is a whole week-long thing, today in we're just going to call him Jim Carrey, Mr. Jim Carrey's class, we're going to be doing personal narratives, writing stories about herself. And he's sitting here talking about how, some kids were going to find it hard. And, I didn't think much of it. Then I got on the bus and it occurred to me. Personal narratives is just me talking to you guys over YouTube, but I'm writing it on a Google Doc. So that's just going to be a walk in the park for me. So yeah, that's great. Easy class, basically. Other than that, now that we're out of stories, time to get into more gameplay. So as you see, I've been going around collecting titanium. Titanium is the sticks of this game, if that makes any sense. It's like the Minecraft sticks of this game. You need titanium for literally everything, and luckily it's very common. Other than that, copper here is made for electricity, who knew, and this metal salvage turns into that. Quartz, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit different. So, see, what I still need to go grab is the silicone rubber, which is found in those stalker forests. They're called stalkers. They're these, like, dolphins, but with teeth. Those are some right there. Yeah, see these? The little kelp forest. So, you see how those, like, it's glowing right there? That's the buds. Here we are. These things. They can make lubricant and fiber of some sorts. They're called creepvine clusters because these are called creepvines. So now we take one of these back to the ship, or life pod, and we can turn it into fiber stuff. And here we are. This is the stalker that I was talking about. Oh boy. I know most of you have probably seen this game, seeing how old it is, but, I just want to explain it anyways. They actually made a new version of this game, but I've never actually completely beat this, so, I thought might as well beat the first. See what I did there? So see, you can make lubricant or silicone rubber. That's it. So we can make silicone rubber into a tool, which can make a survival knife, and now we have a weapon. A crappy weapon, but I digress, still a weapon. Another thing we can make is... Thank you, Cortana. But we can also make an oxygen tank to give us a little bit more oxygen. If you saw, it went from 45 to 75, so 30 points is really good. Another thing we can do is we can make silicone fins out of the silicone rubber. So if we come back to this, we can make fins out of the silicone rubber, which will make us swim 15% faster. As you see, in all this time I've played it, I've just always deleted my save data for some odd reason, or it got deleted off when I had to reset my laptop. So as you see, I know a lot about this game. See, 15% faster, this gives us 20... Oh, it actually has countdown. So that's really cool. So next up on the list of things that we need to do is, we need some of these. Acid mushrooms will make, acid. So we don't really have to craft acid as much as we just need the mushroom. And the mushrooms are found everywhere. So now that we can take this, we can take those copper pieces I found earlier and make a battery. And batteries, they power stuff, so not much more I can say there. So we'll take one, we already had a piece of copper apparently. So we'll take that and make this battery. And now that that's crafted, we can come over here, power cell. That's going to come from bigger projects later. So what do we need right now? I'd say we need to work on that. Cave sulfur's in there, and I actually have all the pieces for this, don't I? Yes, I do. So now that we have all this, we'll come over here and make tools, or repair tool. Now see all these sparks on the side of the screen? Hold on, let me make the scanner. The scanner is used for scanning a bunch of stuff. But now that we have this bad boy, we can repair some stuff. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, so, now that gameplay is starting to just turn into me giving a play-by-play on this game, let me go ahead and start talking more about my school. Hold up. Radio message. This is important.
Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours.
Jeez, what is this? My Uber? Anyway, so this scanner, like I said, you can scan some creatures and get like blueprints and stuff. Anyways, so now that we're off most of the talking of the game and what I've just done while I was talking about school, let's talk more about school. So yeah, like I said, yeah, so you can just scan stuff. Anyway, so like I said, this whole personal narrative, I'm probably just going to go take one of my YouTube videos that I've already pre-made and either A, see if he'll let me just use the video as my narrative. I don't think he'll let me, seeing that it's a literature class and not a oral report class, but that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'll just wire one of them on the surface. Right, I don't know where it is. But yeah, I'm thinking of just taking one of my old videos. I'm thinking the camp video, the very I want to say it's called the very funny or interesting camp video. I know, look at me, I'm a YouTuber and don't remember my own video title. So yeah, I'm thinking of taking that one, watching it, and maybe seeing if I can get sub-comments on it, and then just copy and paste the sub-comments into an essay, and then, like, you know, tweak some stuff so I can get an A. If that works, every narrative, I'm just doing that from now on. Because that would just be so much easier as a personal narrative for me. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool to see how that goes. Other than that, we're still waiting for the math teacher to show up. He's just been gone for like 2 or 3 days. He's left like a couple of like IXLs, if you know what those are. Most of you go to my school, so obviously you know what those are. So, you know, I finished those and then I just kind of get on my phone and stuff. So today he just didn't leave anything. So in place, I just watched the movie Minority Report. And while in doing so, the teacher, the cat lady to be exact, oh my gosh, there's so many, hold on. Can I scan one? Okay, no. So in doing so, the cat lady teacher walks over to me and goes, "How old are you?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You're watching a movie that like is before your time." And I'm like, "Yeah, and it's not really, but you know." So yeah, basically I just got criticized for my movie taste. Anyway, so now it's the weekend, and the weekends, it's the first weekend of school, and you know, the first weekends when school starts, it's always the best weekend. The only other good weekends are the ones that you have on break and Christmas. Because, you know, it's Christmas, man. So, other than that, I'm hoping school can go okayly well for me, you know. Another thing I found out is I'm in an advanced literature, and I never really got advanced classes. So when I found out Mr. Jim Kerr, the teacher, decided to tell me that it's advanced literature, I was like, yo, bro, dog, this is like whack. Okay, hold on, side story. This is Sea Glide. It basically will make me go faster in the water, and now we have 2 of these, so it's great. So basically, yeah, he's like, it's an advanced class. Like, yo, bro, that's like epic. It's amazing. I didn't even think I could get that far. So that was a pretty cool new thing for me. Anyways, I guess I'll come back once some. What was that? I guess I'll come back once some more interesting gameplay. Right, welcome back. We have made it back to the light pond safely. And boy, was this a shipwreck, huh? Hope they have insurance. I'm trying to make bad jokes. Please laugh. Anyways, so now that we're back on the ship, I have button issues in this game. Now that we're back on the ship, I'm thinking of making this high capacity O2 tank because I think it will be nice to have just to give us that little boost in oxygen. So things we need for the Sea Glide though is copper wire, lubricant, and a battery. I think I can make all that. If I can go ahead and make the copper wire, I don't know if I have the rest of the stuff. But yeah, school's just it's gonna have to take a minute or 2 to get used to, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, so see, I do need stuff. I have to go over to the plants again to get the same thing I get. Right, good to know. Do not cut the acid plant. Just drop all those seeds, buy seeds, or repopulate for me. So yeah, it's gonna take a minute to get used to school again, but you know, I'll get used to it. Do every year. Another thing is, we got a new principal, right? And I really hope he doesn't find this video, because I'm about to say something and he's probably just not gonna like it, even though it's not bad, okay? Before you think, it's not a bad comment. But basically, he looks like a mafia crime boss. I swear, if we slap a fedora on this man, he will look right out of The Godfather or something. It's amazing. So yeah, he's new. He's and I'll get used to him. You know, it's take me a new minute, because the last principal, he was great. He was great. He retired, so right. Anyways, it's going to take me a minute to get used to him, but we will. So, now that we're off that topic, look, we have a sea glide. Now we can go super fast and zoom about. I don't want to stay in 5 kilometers. I don't know how many meters or kilometers. I probably should know this, but, you know, I don't. Yeah, I'm good at games. But, oh, I need food. Good thing I brought this decomposing boy. So yeah, you know, high school is high school. One other thing is, I don't know why, but every year it feels like the people below me, like 1 year below me, get shorter every year. So this year the freshmen, like, see, I'm like 5'9". Oh my gosh, hold on, explosive voice. So yeah, I'm like 5'9", right? And the new freshmen are like, some of them reach only up to like 4'5", 4'9". I think the shortest I heard was like 4'3", which amazes me. Because, you know, today, you know, we take my sister to school before, and she's in 7th grade, yes, in the 7th grade, and those kids are so short. They look like they're preschoolers. I don't understand. Like, what did America do? Like, how have they made their children so much shorter than they are? I don't know if these kids are just naturally drinking coffee and stunting their growth, or what. But there's some wacky stuff going on, man. It's crazy. Ooh, we got a message! We have a message! Our first radio message. Look, guys, someone's calling us. Finally, someone that wants to talk to me. Oh, dang, it's pre-recorded. Dang.
What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Right, thanks, whatever your name was. I think Greg. We're gonna call him Greg. I don't know. Actually, you should check the data things and see, who are you? You were Aussie. Yeah, I like Greg more, so you're Greg now. Hi, Greg. Everyone say hi to Greg. So, yeah, another thing that I've been getting in the way with is just how I'm making the videos. I feel like every video, it's just not as good as the last. And like my very first video, that has the most views still, and I don't know what it is. So if one of you know something I can talk about for all this time, that would be greatly appreciated. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we are good. I heard OBS cut on. I went, uh-oh. Yeah. So if one of you knows something I could talk about for a little bit, that would be amazing for you to do for me. Because, see, the videos are just getting a lot longer, and that's why I chose Subnatica, because it's one of those videos I feel like I can actually talk about the gameplay. So see, this biome here, for example, it's like this red beachy coral biome, and there's piranhas, like sea piranhas. These things, Reginald fish, I kid you not, they're called Reginald fish, and giant bull sharks. Not like exactly what you would think of a bull shark as, but you'll see. Hold on. Let me just get some oxygen, and now we'll go back down. So, there's the pod right there, live pod 17, 100 meters down. Now, this thing right here, this is the important thing. Remember when I said earlier we can get tiny submarines? This is a Seamoth. They're really useful and important to have. because I can we'll just be able to go a lot farther and a lot more places. There's our bull shark friend. Let's go see what his name is, because I don't know their names. Sand shark. It's the same thing, isn't it? Ah! Oh my gosh, I think that was one of them. It was. This guy's just... He's very cool. He just wants to buy. He doesn't want to buy. 30 seconds. This is another thing. I don't know what it is, but in this biome, there's always at least one or two of these giant freaking, like, wreckages. And the weirdest thing about them is... Hold on, let me get to the surface and I'll show you. Right. They're so far away from the actual ship. So I'm always questioning how this giant piece is so much farther from the ship, and there's no big pieces by me. It blows my mind, man. So another great thing is we can find some good blueprint like this. Propulsion cannon. Propulsion cannons are the coolest freaking thing. I love them. We need fluid? I think I have some of that. We do. Filtered water, baby. Cold. Gotta stay hydrated. Which leads into another funny story. We have band, right? Right. Two things happen at once. So yeah, band. We have practice on Tuesdays, and it's freaking hot as heck out there. It's scalding hot, and they always tell us to stay hydrated, right? And I do percussion, so I can leave my water bottle next to me. So if I even think about going to get that water and I go to drink it, they just yell at me. It's like, this isn't a water break, mister. You shouldn't be drinking water. And it amazes me because they say, hey, stay hydrated, drink a lot of water out there. But then you go to drink water and they have an issue with it. So it's a weird thing to me. Another weird thing is I finally got the first subscriber I don't know, like, personally. So it's weird, because I guess that means I'm doing good, because YouTube algorithm is putting me on the list. Thank you. Anyways, so it's a whole learning process that's coming out of YouTube and stuff. But we'll learn, school, gotta figure out a good recording schedule. Other than that, I think that's everything. Hold on. Right, so yeah. Anyways, I think that's all, folks. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment on something I can talk about. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, and stay frosty.